Hello, everyone. This is Jeanette Martin of My BC Consulting, and it's time again for Where in the World Is, another W5 story session. So today, just to remind you, remember, I love to do these. It's my way of getting to know people from around the world, and it goes to help my blank set of encyclopedias get fuller and fuller with other people's W5 stories. And My BC Consulting is all about connections, collaborations, and community. And this one goes on that middle one, the collaborations. I happen to be a volunteer with Boomers Plus. Anybody who's over the age of 55, I encourage you to go onto boomersplus.com, I believe it is. And it's a site that will match you up if you've got an expertise with somebody who may need your expertise. And that's how I met this particular who that is going to be sharing her W5 story. So without further ado, who are you?
I'm Penny MacAuley, and I am a business owner in later life and loving every minute of it.
What other who's are you? Do you volunteer? What other who's are you?
I'm pretty one focused. I am married, but my husband also works 24/7, and I work 24/7 with my boutique. So I've had many other lives. So at this point, I'm just really focused on this boutique.
Excellent. So what do you do as a business owner?
Well, I run a women's consignment boutique. So I have many hats running this boutique. I love recycled vintage clothing. Mm-hmm. I think it's more important than ever in this day and age to have sustainable fashion. So again, as I said, being a consignment store, people bring me in their items that they don't feel they want, use, or sometimes just don't fit anymore. And if I think they fit my demographic or what I want to see, then I put them in my store and resell them. So for instance, today I had two people that had made appointments to come in and bring some of their clothing. And so I curate every single piece that's in this shop. So I love that because it means that I have a good control over the kinds of things that are in the shop.
Absolutely. So where are you located?
I am in Halifax, Nova Scotia, all the way to the other side of the beautiful country you live in, Canada.
Isn't that amazing with technology we have? You can be where you are, I can be where I am. And yes. Your where's in Halifax, but where on social media can people find you? And I don't think you named what the name of your business is. So
yeah, Penelope's Boutique is the name of my business. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn. And I don't have the handles right with me, Jeanette. I'm sure we could find them out some way. Yeah. So yes, I do a lot of social media, and certainly you have been helping me with that as well. Yeah, that's pretty much how I advertise. Over the years, I tried print, I tried all kinds of paid advertising, and it never satisfied me. I never felt that I got my money's worth. So for the past, I'd say 3 years, I've done nothing but social media. And I think it works. It's a constant battle, though. You have to keep at it.
Well, we have to remember the human being at the glass on the other side, that yes. It's people viewing it, and we want to know that we're valued. So that leads us to the next question. When did you decide that this is the focus for your later in life career?
Well, I can go really quickly through. I started out life as a singer-songwriter. So as a performer, I was always interested in fashion. Then in my 30s, I became a television producer. I sort of went behind the scenes. And then when I've often said for my bio, when reality TV came to town, I left. I had no interest in the phoniness of reality TV. So I fell into a little secondhand clothing store, just it was serendipity, and absolutely loved it. So I worked for another couple of owners and sort of learned the ropes. And I'll tell you, I started my business in 2011 because I had gone to work part-time for another person here in Halifax. And she asked me after a couple of hours, how do you think you did? And I said, well, I think I did okay. She said, I can't hire you. You're too old. The young people don't relate to you. So I was shocked and hurt. And as a result of that, I went to Women's Employment Outreach here, part of the government. And they said, well, why don't you open your own shop? And with great, being terrified and great trepidation, but I forged ahead, and I'm so glad I did. I love every minute of it.
That's amazing. Too old. You know, if anything that I've read, places, more and more companies are hiring those people that are 55 plus, because we've got the expertise and we've had some of the social media skills in order to pull it forward. So good on you. So ultimately, always leads to me, you have to know your when, because then it turns into your why. So why, Penny, every day you wake up, your eyes open up, you put your feet on the floor, and boom, you're out the door. So what's your why?
The why is the shop here. It fulfills my satisfaction for being creative. I feel my shop is a funky, interesting, fun place to go and wander around in. So that's part of my why. I absolutely have to be creative my whole life. I've written songs, or when I was a television producer, I created videos, or I created shows. So the creativity is really important. And also, because I have really neat clothing and people come in and they find something, it's unique, so they're the only one that's going to be wearing it. And when they come out of the dressing room and say, what do you think? Or usually, Jeanette, when they come out of the dressing room, I know they feel good in it. You can just see them knowing that it looks good on them because it fits them and it's well made, and the light in their eyes. And somebody today said, oh, I'm so excited, I got this cashmere sweater that's just the right color and the right size for me. So one of the why is when people leave my store, they haven't just purchased something, they've left with something that's going to make them feel good.
That's beautiful. So it's much like that, as you were sharing, your why is you've become a story in their story. And can you imagine, they're dressed up, they're feeling good, they're going to go create their life story that much nicer. It's a trickle down effect. I love that, Penny.
Well, and there's even more of a story, because often it's not always just with the vintage, but it happens more often with the vintage. For instance, a couple of weeks ago, this young woman from St. John, New Brunswick, fell in love with this blue wool 1960s coat with 3/4 sleeves and blue fur on it. And it had been worn by a woman in 1964 in Moncton, New Brunswick, as her going away outfit. So this young woman, just couldn't have been any more than 28, went home looking fabulous with this fall winter coat. And she'll tell all her friends the story behind this was a woman's going away outfit in 1964, long before this young lady was ever born.
That was the year I was born.
Yeah. So there's, the stories add to it. And even in some of the modern things that I sell, for instance, I have something that was beautiful handmade coat that was made in Afghanistan and was brought home to this woman by her son, who served in Afghanistan. So the fact that they're one of a kind, they come with their own aura.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much, Penny, for sharing your W5 story today. Watching this, take a look. Once the video finishes upload, I'll make sure we put Penny's information in the comments. I will be taking this video and putting it on my YouTube channel. So find my BC Consulting on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter, because it's about lifting up each other and sharing W5 stories. So we're building our own set of encyclopedias, so then someone can take one of my stories and use it in their life and then give it back. I want it back so we can keep building.
Well, thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, Jeanette, for sharing.
You're very welcome. So from the West Coast, thank you so much.
Bye. From the East Coast, bye.
We'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye-bye.